make it as big as it deserves to be and can possibly be. So I'd like to turn it over next to our great colleague and great partner, Dixie Carter, President of TNA Impact.
Thanks, Kevin. Very excited to be with you guys here today. We all know Rampage is a global star. TNA is a global product. And, we're looking for him to make the same impact in our world the way he impacted the MMA world. The question is, can he dominate TNA the way he's dominated in MMA? And that's our hope. I can tell you he's very confident that will be the case, and that makes me pretty confident that will happen as well. He's a tremendous talent, but really he's got a big personality. And Kevin just talked about, the kind of success that he has brought to the ratings at Spike, and we're confident that talent and personality is really the perfect fit for us at Impact. I want to be very clear, he's very serious about his deal with TNA. He's committed to doing whatever it takes to be the best at what we do, and I'm excited about that. This is a unique partnership and is innovative. 2013 is a big strategic growth year for us, and we're in this expansion process on the show and the different things we're getting involved in. This relationship works perfectly for us. We're going to be supporting and working closely with Spike, with Bellator, with Paramount as we build Rampage, and I'm very, very confident that he, pun intended, is going to have the kind of impact on our show that we all think he can. In fact, he will actually be joining us on Impact. We're Impact Live tomorrow night. We're live from Atlanta, and we're in a brand new time slot on Spike. It's from 9 to 11, 2 hours on Eastern Time. And so we're very excited to see him for the first time on our stage. So that will be exciting and interesting as well.
In the past, relationships that I had with promoters, I just felt like, sometimes I felt like I wasn't appreciated. But you guys get it, like, what I'm saying? Like, you guys, like you said, setting up something to do with pro wrestling. I always wanted to be a pro wrestler. That's why I got started in this. That's why I started wrestling naturally, because I wanted to be a pro wrestler. That's why I used to fight when I was young, like slam people and do power bombs and stuff like that, what I'm saying? And now my dreams come true. I get to go to TNA and do some pro wrestling and always, since I did the little reality show back in the day, I was like, man, I can do this. I can be in front of the cameras and not be shy. You guys set me up to do a reality show and movies. Because I did the 18 movie, I always wanted to do movies. I want to be like an action guy. I always want to do action movies, and I think that's cool. I'm a big kid. I like to do all this stuff. You guys like basically making my first ever unified champion. So that's my most proud achievement in sports. I did that, and I was champion before. Now I don't really care about it. I just want to entertain the fans. I want to come from great fights and go to pro wrestling. And over in TNA, those guys they got the best wrestlers over there at TNA. I want to go there and show them what I can do, because I think I'm a natural pro wrestler. People don't know that I used to play around with my old wrestling buddies in high school and college, like a pro wrestler. People don't know that about my love for pro wrestling. And I've been watching TNA. They got Sting and Hulk Hogan stuff over there. Come on, I need to go over there and kick it with them and learn from the best and put on great shows. I just want to entertain all my fans and hopefully make the movie. Just a couple of stuff. And Pride. The reason why Pride was so big in Japan, like Pride used to be one of the biggest MMA shows in the world. But they were so huge in Japan, and they can fill like 80,000 seat arenas and stuff like that, because they mixed up the pro wrestlers. A lot of Japanese fighters were pro wrestlers. So the thing that you guys doing has proven to work before the past.
Yeah, huge way. Yep, thanks, Kevin. And Dixie, I want to congratulate you on the success of Slammiversary. And since Rampage is making his debut on Impact Wrestling tomorrow night, I just wanted to know, do you think he's going to immediately be involved in the Aces and Eights scenario, or do you think he'll be like a lone wolf, no pun intended?
Well, I wouldn't mind if he came in and took them out. But no, I think you'll have to stay tuned and find out. I wanted to comment on something, too, about the two worlds. I mean, I've got three ways of getting new talent myself, and that's from the WWE, a free agent such as Rampage, or develop somebody that takes years and years to do. And, so we're faced with that same challenge. And so he's going to be coming in on Thursday, like you said, and but he's got a lot of training to do. You know, he's got a huge commitment that he's made to me and the sport to take it seriously. But I know when he does come in, it will be in a big way.
All right, well, that leads to my questions for Rampage. And first of all, I wanted to ask...
Timeline in terms of getting to training for pro wrestling and doing some regular appearances for TNA. It's been about a year since Mo was signed, and we've only seen him a couple of times in TNA. He didn't even have his first wrestling match until about a month ago in Ohio Valley. So I was curious, one, what the timeline is for Rampage on the wrestling side of things, and then how you guys, as a group, may have learned from the Mo experience over the last year and parlayed that into the deal with Rampage.
I think with Mo, we were, you know, his injury took him a while longer to get back than, you know, any of us had anticipated. But the most important thing is that, you know, he did come back healthy and, you know, not rush things. And then, you know, he had a training period as well. And then it worked out that he went straight into the tournament after that. So the last few months he's been training hard. I'm getting great reports on him. But as far as, you know, Rampage is concerned, he's going to start right away. He will be appearing on our show, but his training, whether it be at OVW or in Southern California, where he'll be set up with a training team as well. But he'll be committed to that, and he'll be in, I would expect, much sooner than later.
So just a quick follow-up for Rampage. Obviously, you mentioned being a big wrestling fan. So what are the big memories for yourself in terms of falling in love with that genre?
Well, you know, I'm from Memphis, and I used to watch pro wrestling with my dad and my older brother, and we used to go down to Monday night wrestling at the Coliseum, and we used to wake up on Saturdays. And my brother, he used to write to the Channel 5 news station and get free tickets. They give people free tickets. And I've actually been to some of the shows and stuff. Like, I knew the Undertaker when he was the Master of Pain, you know what I'm saying? And he, growing up, he was one of my favorite pro wrestlers. He had the craziest moves, and that I'm going to try to do in pro wrestling. I don't know if I'm strong enough to do it, but, you know, Undertaker, he's a big, scary man. He's tall, you know, as a kid, you know, and I used to love watching him wrestling. And, you know, come on, Jared Lawler's from there and everything. And I remember Jeff Jarrett since I was a kid and everything. And I always been a big Hulk Hogan fan. And I was the Ultimate Warrior 2 years in a row on Halloween. You know, so you imagine that. You know what I'm saying? I used to bench press my friends when I was a kid. I used to be bigger than everybody that I was throwing. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to go and get a pro wrestling. Like, what you guys don't understand, like, this deal that I just signed, like, it allows me to be a big kid all year round. I just go and have fun. You know what I'm saying? You know, train for fights and go out there and fight and go and do pro wrestling, train for pro wrestling, like, and just be a big kid and have a reality show that they can give you guys backstage passes to all this stuff that my crazy life what goes on. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like 15 years old in my head, and you guys get to see all this stuff, and I'm just enjoying it. I can't wait to go out there and go to TNA and show them people what's up. I'm super excited.
All right, one last question, and I'll let you go. Let somebody else jump on. What are you most looking forward to with your appearance tomorrow on Impact?
Well, you know, I just want to go and meet the guys and meet the writing team and then see how soon I can get started. And I just want to go and meet some of the wrestlers and stuff like that. I'm a fan of those guys. I might be getting pictures for my Instagram. I'm like, just for the gram. You know what I'm saying? I'm just excited to go out there and meet everybody.
All right. Well, I hope the journey's fun for you. Stay healthy, and I look forward to seeing you fighting and see what comes of the TNA deal as well. So thank you for your time.
Thanks.
Thanks, Mike.
Our next question comes from Stephen Morocco with MMAJunkie.com.
Hey, question for Rampage. Have you talked with Mo since you struck this deal with Bellator?
Yeah, you know what? I talked to Mo, and it only makes sense that Mo's an MMA fighter. He's a wrestler. You know, I'm an MMA fighter. I'm a wrestler. We both going into pro wrestling. So me and Mo, we actually thinking about teaming up and being tag team partners over there in TNA. You know what I'm saying? I think we could change the game up. You know, me and Mo, we we didn't see eye to eye in the past. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was gonna have to put a whooping up on Mo. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I thought I was gonna have to whoop up on Mo. You know what I'm saying? But you know, Mo is actually, you know what I'm saying, he's a cool guy. You know what I'm saying? But I can only take him for, you know, the small, you know, the period of time. But you know what I'm saying? We tag team partners. Maybe that might, you know what I'm saying, bring two different types of guys together. Who knows? We might end up being best friends one day. Who knows?
What does that mean for a potential fight between you guys? A lot of people think that that's the most marketable fight that you can make in terms of MMA.
Well, you know, like, who knows what the future, who knows what the future holds, man. Like, you know, I fought friends before. Like, Dan Henderson was a great friend of mine when I fought him. I used to help him train for his fight and stuff like that and everything. You know, it's like, you know, things happen, though. And MMA, it's a job. Like, you go out there, sometimes, you know, you just want to show that you're the best. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're alphas, man. Fighters, we're alphas. And sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you want to see if you're more alpha than that next guy. So, you know, we may be tag teaming in pro wrestling, but if, you know what I'm saying, it works out, or we can get the family they want, and we have to fight each other, then maybe we might fight each other. But at the same time, I don't know.
Is there a time component to this deal, or is it is there a specific set length of time that you're obligated to Bellator and TNA, and or is it just a specific number of fights and appearances?
See, you gotta ask my manager all this stuff. I don't deal with all that. All I know is that we're gonna change the game up. You guys have no idea y'all can't even comprehend what's going on right here. It's gonna take out a couple of months and y'all see, oh, that's why he left the UFC. It's gonna hit y'all like one day when y'all see what happens. Y'all can't even comprehend. It's on. We're gonna change the game up. You guys have no idea.
Any teasers on what you've been talking about with Paramount? Is it still in the action genre, or is it working with anybody you've worked with in the past?
I said it's gonna be like it's gonna be an MMA movie. That's what we talked about, and it don't stop there. That's the first thing. I never said about it, but I've written like 2 movies, and I like them both a lot, you know what I'm saying? But it's just other people like them. But I test the market with other people, and I let them read it, and they're like, wow, people can't even believe that the second movie that I wrote, that I even wrote that. It's on the next up. But the MMA movie that I wrote, I think it's pretty dope. It's a fun MMA movie, and I'm not going to give it away at all, because you see a lot of people out there trying to, you know what I'm saying, pick your stuff, you know what I'm saying? I already got it all sealed and deals and everything, copyright and all that stuff. But I think it's an MMA movie that should have been made a long time ago. You know, Hollywood makes, I'm not hating, I'm glad that they did make MMA movies that blow by sport, but, you know what I'm saying, this is an MMA movie from a fighter's mind, you know, so I think it's a lot of areas that they can capitalize on that, you know what I'm saying, that I'm going to capitalize on, and I think that the MMA fans will enjoy this movie.
Okay, apologies that I missed that before. One more if I could. Dixie, what's your sense of where Rampage is at? Is it pretty much your assumption that you're starting from square one in terms of his training as a pro wrestler and getting him actually ready to get in the ring and do it on a big stage?
Yeah,
well, I've seen him.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Yes, my bad. Go ahead.
I've seen him, you know, powerbomb and slam a few people. I think he's got a few of the key skill sets down quite well, I'd say. But no, I think that. I think he's such a gifted athlete, and you know he does have a lot of wrestling skills, great ground game. I think that you know he's just going to, you know, it's like you know Bjorn said it perfectly. There's just it's different. It's a different style, different training, and you know I think he's going to be great. I don't think you know it takes a long time. I mean you know Kurt Angle, going from Olympic gold medalist. Into professional wrestling on the level that he did, you know, it took a little bit of time, but, you know, Rampage is very committed to getting in there immediately and getting this done, and I think it'll be, like I said before, I think it'll be sooner than later. I can't put a time on it, but, you know, I know that he's anxious to get in the ring.